Welcome friends, you should be aware of the movie The Black Mirror Bandersnatch. We see The Black Mirror for many seasons and we loved every season, we loved every episode because this is a movie, this is a series which can make us blow our minds. Bandersnatch is different. Bandersnatch blows our mind, and also Bandersnatch gives us a choice. Gives us a choice to see how the movie will happen in the future, and we can alter the progress of the movie by our choices. So the movie is very clever and it can make us determine if the free will or determination is the true one, is the one to go. It's very important to think about this because depending on your view of free will, or depending on your view of determination, your life and your view, the way you live your life, your choices will change. If you're a person which do determine their life under some conditions, under the conditions other people are telling you to do, you most likely will believe in the determinism. You'll say, the conditions have made me this way, I didn't have anything to do with it, I'm not responsible and I'm not accountable for my actions. Let's say it's the otherwise. If you're a person who makes their own choices, and if the choices you make, you take the full responsibility and accountability for your choices, you'll most likely tell the people and yourself, I do think there's a free will to us all. So the free will to us all determines our life, and our choices we make do determine my life. So I determine my life and I control my life. It's very important to think about, because I'm here to tell you a very important question today. Do you control your life? It's a very important question to ask, and it's a very important question to answer, because depending on your answer, your life will change drastically. Let's think about this in a second, because if you think that you don't control your life, if you don't believe that you control your life, it is like the life is happening to you. In another subject, in another reality, life could be happening for you. This right now, life is happening to you, and this is a very different concept. This is very different, and this can be very sad for you if the life is always happening to you and if you don't have any kind of control for your life. Whether it is the government, whether it is the financial instrument, whether it is your relatives or friends, I don't care. If you don't have the initiative for your life, if you don't have the initiative for your choices, you are being controlled and life is happening to you instead of life is happening for you. Your ideal position is that you wish life to happen for you and you wish to control your own life, you wish to take it into your hands, but it is easier said than done. It's not very easy to control your own life. You should be careful, because you might say that, yeah, I control my life, I give it away, I decide what happens with my life, I make the choices, I call the big shots, but that might not be true. That might not be true. You should be careful about this. You should be careful about how you perceive the life, because you might be deceiving yourself. So there are a lot of great philosophers, there are a lot of great movies, actors, there are a lot of great minds discuss these theories and philosophical questions. Do we really have a free will? Do we really have a free will, or we just go along with whatever the life, the result is the same, it never changes, and we don't have a free will? We are stuck in one place. If you think that this is true, just think about the things you have done in the past and that led you either right or wrong. Just think about the choices you made. Let's say you studied hard, let's say you created a business and you were responsible for your business or your education, but depending on your educative view, depending on your business view, the surplus, the conclusion is not the same. The end game will be different depending on your choices. You might have hard worked, or you were perhaps a lazy person and didn't want to work hard, and this did perhaps resulted in your failure, but you could have had a different point. You could have a different life. I don't think that it's late for any kind of change, and this is not the purpose of this video. Of course, it is not my place to say any person they're irretrievably damaged or they're done for. I never say this, but just think about this. In the future and in the present right now, you can start changing your life by changing your choices. It is very important to think about this because your choices will determine your life. I'm sure you know the phrase and you know the game, the Pac-Man. The Pac-Man is in a labyrinth, and we to control the Pac-Man. Pac-Man has some demons following her or him. So depending on your skills, the Pac-Man will be eaten or not eaten. Even if you're not eaten in one episode, you will definitely be eaten and destroyed by the demons in the end. If, let's say, you walked past 1,000 episodes, but you will be eaten in the end. There is no escaping that. And you can think about this game. Whatever you do in the life, your end result will be the same. The free will is an illusion, and free will, you don't have any kind choice. You don't have any choice. The free will is an illusion, and we are all determined. We are either doomed or we are either destined to be right. We just fulfill our destiny. I don't think this is true, because we do have a choice. We do have the ability to act. So the Pac-Man case, yes, you can think that I study hard, I ditched the demons, I should be alright, right? But in the end, you get eaten by these demons. So what's the point? Even if I try, the end result will be the same. But this is not quite true. So the movie Bandersnatch and the great movies like Predestination, The Looper, Inception, some Harry Potter movies, they like Memento, the movies like Memento, they tell us the subject of determinism and free will, and if we have a choice or not. And if you think about it, you do have a say in those matters. And if you think about it, you can choose to harm someone, or you might not harm someone. If you harm someone, you might go into the jail. And if you choose to restrain yourself from harming someone, therefore going to the jail, it's your choice. You can choose to harm animals, you can choose to harm innocent children, and this all will result in a permanent change in your life, and you are accountable for your life. Just go look at these very successful entrepreneurs and you will be seeing all of them, without an exception, made the right choices for their business. Yes, they can be terrible human beings. I don't say that successful entrepreneurs are really ethical people. I don't mean that. I say this, they were successfully chosen. They successfully chose the right path for their business. And if they had wrong choices, the business would go to oblivion. It would end. It would be very different for them. They would have a very different life. You always have a choice. There are some very good philosophers, and there are some very good actors, actresses, and humans, scientists that talked about this subject. And this subject can blow your mind away because it is very complex. The deeper you get, the more confused you get. But the bottom line, what I want you to take from this video, if you are discouraged by humans, if you are discouraged by the people who seem to be close to you, don't be discouraged. They might have failed in life and they might have given the way to determinism. They might have done that, but this shouldn't have to be the reality for you. They made their own reality this way. You are not responsible for your reality, but you are for their reality, but you are responsible for your reality. It's important to keep that in mind. Make the right choices and you will have a good life. Make the wrong choices, the life will lead you. You will not be leading the life. You will not be living, but you will just exist. It's important to keep that in mind. You should be living the life because you only have one chance to live your life. If you don't live your life and if you let some other people, some institutions to lead your life, if you don't make the right choices for you, you will end up an old man, an old woman filled with regrets, and there's nothing that you will be able to change. There's nothing you'll be able to change when you're that old. That's very important. Keep that in mind. Make the right choices. Don't get discouraged by anyone, whether they are family, whether they are friends, whether they are relatives, whether they are the people you don't even know but you follow from the internet, etc., or you read their books, but they do discourage you because they are losers. They want everyone to be losers because they are defeated by life. They want you to be defeated by life because you know this as well as I do. Misery loves company because the life happened to them instead of life happening for them. They wish life to happen to you instead of happening for you. Keep that in mind. Don't get discouraged. Always remember, you have a choice. You can always change your life by changing your choices for better. You can always take control of your life. Ask yourself, am I in control? Be sincere, and depending on your answer, your heart will tell you which way you should be following. Always be in control. Try to take the control of your life. Are you in control? It's a very important question. Let's keep asking more questions. That's it for this video. Goodbye.